At this point, you've learned about the sketcher, taken a look at individual features, and we've gone over some of the principles that are important when creating parts. What we have yet to do is actually create a part from scratch and combine everything learned so far. In this exercise, we'll start building real parts so you can see what the step-by-step process looks like. Because this is the first part we're going to build from scratch, it's important that I start with a short disclaimer. Although I will be showing you one approach towards building these parts and will employ a specific set of features to create them, it's only one of many possible methods. There will always be more than one way to correctly design any part in SolidWorks. As you develop more experience with SolidWorks, you will come to understand that there are certain approaches that are more practical and efficient to use when modeling. But as a new user, don't fall into the trap of worrying too much about what the best process is. The best and most efficient methods will become apparent with time and practice. That being said, let's get started. To give an overview of how I created this part, I'll use the rollback bar to step through each feature. I'll roll back to the top of the tree, and you can see that this boss extrude is the very first feature I decided to start with, and it is based on this sketch. Let me point out here that there is another method that could be employed to get this initial basic shape. Rather than sketch this profile with an angled edge, I could have used one big rectangular block and then used an extruded cut in the shape of a wedge to create the sloped face. So you can see that there are already two different approaches that could be used to create this simple part. Following the first feature is a through hole, a chamfer on the hole, and extruded cut, and a fillet to round out its edge, another extruded cut, and another fillet feature used to break the corners of the part. Notice that compared to the through hole and the rectangular cut, this cut is an interesting case. The other cuts go into the face perpendicularly, while this cut does not. We'll take a look at how you can accomplish a feature like this when you don't have a very obvious face or plane for a sketch. Let's start a new file and walk through the step-by-step process of creating this part.